Hi, Pisces, or anyone watching for Pisces. This is your love reading, and it should resonate whenever you find it. I've shuffled your deck and I've pulled your cards, and let me tell you, there's a separation right at the bottom of your deck. Hierophant reversed, Emperor reversed, the Tower, the Empress. Okay, and that's being followed by the Ace of Swords and the Five of Swords. So, first off, you might be dealing with a Sagittarius because you got some very similar cards. But if you are not, then you could just have Sagittarius in your chart. It's looking to me as though not only was there this separation, but you're realizing that the person that you were trying to build with, the longevity was never really there to begin with. Okay. It's almost like this person sold you some kind of a dream is what this looks like to me. This is somebody who really took advantage of the situation. So let's look back here because I'm trying to figure out how they were able to do this. Oh, guys, for some of you, you got like a lump sum of money. I don't know if you're waiting on some kind of settlement or if you got like a really big tax return or something. It's almost like this is somebody that when life is going good, they're there, right? They're there to celebrate. They're there to, make plans. This person could have spent your money as far as like, oh, yeah, I planned us a vacation and now I expect you to pay for it, right? It's almost like that kind of energy where this person, they want to go, they want to do, they want to spend money. It's weird. I don't know if this person has like a very public reputation, if there's somebody important, or if they're just like, they view themselves as being very important, is kind of what this looks like to me. But this is somebody, they are always down to party, right? They're always down to spend money, to go. But when it comes to you needing someone, right? I need to talk. I don't feel good today. Or, hey, I just had this really bad thing happen to me. I need a friend. I need a support system. This person is just gone. They're not willing to stick it out with you through the hard times, right? Or if things change. Some of you may have found out that you are pregnant and it feels like this person has decided they don't want to be in a relationship anymore. They don't want to be a parent. And so for a small group of you, you're dealing with a situation like that, where you're seeing the totality of who this person is, right? Not just when the money is good or the fun is happening, but like when it gets real, is this person there? No, right? It's like whatever the problem is, even if it's something that was created by the both of you. And I'm not saying a child is a problem, so please don't get it twisted. But what I am saying is like the two of you could do something, right? And it could create some kind of problem that needs to be taken care of, like, oh, we forgot to pay the gas bill. Now the bill's high. Who's going to pay it? Not them, right? This is somebody who I think this may be your first like real problem that you've experienced in your life since you've met this person, whatever it is it looks like you're going through with this tower. And you're starting to see like, wow, I thought with all the time we spent when things were good, that you would continue to be there. I thought the vibe would keep vibing, right? And it's definitely not vibing. As far as you, I think you ask this person, like, where have you been? For some of you, this is somebody that you may have gotten sober with some of the cards that I'm seeing here, or you're considering not drinking as much, or laying off of some of the recreational drugs, because you've got a lot of cards talking about deciding to be sober or change your life in some way, right? Get rid of some kind of bad habit. There's something here that you realized is a problem for you. And it seems like, when you talk to this person about it, you didn't get the support that you needed. There's a change that it looks like you guys are in the process of making, already have made, and now you're dealing with the aftermath, or you're leading up to making this change. Oftentimes, like, say you're thinking about quitting smoking, the first stage of that is just to be thinking about it, right? What would I need to do? Recognizing this is an issue, right? This person is not really on board with whatever it is you're trying to do because for some reason they think it's going to affect the relationship. So if this person is like an addict, they're not going to want to see you obviously get sober, right? If this person is somebody that is the life of the party and now you've decided you want to take a step back from drinking, because it looks like, some of you are pregnant. Some of you are like, I can't hang out like I used to because I'm pregnant by you, right? This is a love reading. So it could very well be that, you're trying to make the moves to take this relationship in the next step of like, okay, I'm not going to sit and drink now that I found out I'm pregnant, and they're still doing the same thing, right? Or they're like, well, I don't even want to be a parent. I'm not ready for this. So, take care of this situation on your own. And then let's get back to our regularly scheduled program, right? This could even be for some of you, you're dealing with somebody who is pregnant and they don't want to, have the pregnancy. And they're like, no, this is interrupting my partying, my life, my, regularly scheduled program. I don't want this, right? I don't want this with you. I don't want to be in this situation. I don't see my life going the way your life is going. I would rather just terminate this and exit, right? And I think for you guys, that's a huge eye opener. And because it's like, I thought we were so good. I thought we were doing so good. I thought that we would grow together. I thought we could go through life and the ups and downs of life or the changes or, you're just a one track person. You're a one season person. You're not ever going to be there at the finish line. Like you don't have the endurance, right, to keep going with me as life progresses and we have to grow up or we have to change. I think that for you, this is coming as a huge shock because this person had a lot of real slick words, right? They really made it seem like they would be there for you in the trenches or that this was going to go the distance. And when it was time for them to, put their money where their mouth was or their, actions where all of these intentions and promises were, this person bailed. I don't know if they ghosted because it could be that. They could have tried to very quickly reconnect with someone else and be like, oh, sorry, just kidding. There's an energy of this person leaving you holding the bag, trying to figure out what to do, right? And you're hearing the sirens in the distance, like, I'm running out of time or I need to get this figured out. I thought I could count on whoever this was, or I thought we had an understanding. And now I have to do this on my own. So it's hard because I don't know if you guys are already kind of down on your luck. That's what it looks like. Or you invested so much into whoever this was. The assumption is like, okay, if I give you what I have now, when I'm screwed up, you'll help me later, right? Instead, they cut and run, So you're having to figure out, what are you going to do in this situation? I think for some of you, whoever you're dealing with is just a very unhealthy person. So I wouldn't take it personally if I were you, because they're viewing you as picking whatever this is over them, right? So like the way this person is coming through, say, for example, you got pregnant by this person and you wanted to have the pregnancy and be, a mom or whatever, they literally are looking at this like, well, you're choosing to change your life for someone other than me, right? Not, okay, this is our life progressing and we're becoming a family. You get what I'm saying? Similarly, if the roles are reversed and you have someone that you've been dealing with and they find out they're pregnant, they don't view it as like, I'm not choosing a family life with you. They're viewing it as like, you want me to pick you over myself. You want me to sign up to be here and do this thing for at least 18 years and, you don't love me because I'm not happy with that idea. How dare you ask me, right? Very strange person. I'm sorry for what this is because it looks like the rug has really been pulled out from under you guys. And for those of you that this person has not created some massive issue in your life and then left, it's more of an energy of like, how do I reconcile all the time spent? How was I so oblivious to who this person really was? And for a small group of you, it seems like this person may have blinded you from real people in your life, okay? So now I don't know if like this person separated you from your family of origin in some way, or you were doing things when you were with this person that was upsetting your family to the point that they just all took a step back. It's almost like your friends, the people who really care about you, have not been dealing with you because you were dealing with this person. Okay. So it's very frustrating that at the first sign of trouble, this person that feels like they've isolated you so much from your own family or your own group of friends or your own whatever, they're not there to give the support that they've separated you from, right? I feel like for you guys, you have an opportunity to get to the bottom of why this situation initially looked so enticing to you, because there's an energy here of you guys looking for something outside of what you had and feeling kind of bored with your life, even though it looks like with this Nine of Pentacles in the reverse, it may have felt repetitive, it may have felt mundane, you might have been waiting for something exciting to happen, but you really didn't have it, bad. Like, you were working towards things, you were creating things for yourself. It looks like there was abundance for you just right around the corner, and you were safe, or stable or whatever you were working on. Whereas this person, they kind of came in and tested the fortitude of what you were building. And instead of your tower standing up to this person's fuckery, you stopped building your tower altogether and just walked off with this person, right? And maybe took a 6-month bender where you're just like drinking and partying and like, oh my God, I failed all my classes. And you get what I'm saying? Like, maybe get to the bottom of how you were so easily distracted from the life you were building when this person came into view. Not so that you can sit and like down yourself or make yourself feel bad, but, perhaps whatever it was that you were working on really just wasn't that interesting to you to begin with, right? Because it's like now you're coming back to your life and feeling like you have all these things that have been, pots on the stove that have been simmering over, and you're like, oh my God, this needs my attention, that needs my attention, and I have this new problem, whatever this is. And, maybe what you are building is not for you. And that's okay, right? If you're like trying to go to school and you're trying to do this and you're trying to do that, narrow some of those things down, right? Ask yourself, am I happy? Am I happy with my life, with what I've created? Do I even want to be whatever this major is? Do I even want to, hustle for this degree that I don't really care about? Like, I feel like you guys will come back to your life and you're going to check in and you're going to go really hard for a while. But the next time a distraction comes, if you're not building something that means anything to you, you're going to have an attitude like, oh, thank God, I'm so tired of this. Versus like, hey, it's cool that you're here, but also I got goals and I got to focus on my stuff, right? I also think you have an opportunity to get to the bottom of why it feels like you're chasing love, and I'm not trying to upset you, but that's what I'm seeing here, is that it's like you want someone to validate you. You get what I mean? And this person was kind of like the Pied Piper of validation, right? Oh, you're so cool. Oh my God, you're this, you're that. I'm always gonna be here for you. And it was all false, right? They built you up and none of it really meant anything. It's time for you to start learning how to validate yourself so that when somebody, this is like a snake oil salesman, right? Like back in the day when people had their wagons of tinctures and oils and they come through town and sell their, piss in a jar for a hair tonic or whatever. Like that's who this person was to you, and that when they rode into town, oh my God, I got to stop building my barn. This is the coolest thing I've ever seen. I want to get on your wagon. I'm coming with you. We're going to sell this forever. Then you find out they're a fraud, right? Then you go back to your barn and all the animals ran away. That's kind of what this is. So if you hate your life to the point that you want someone to teach you or tell you about how you're greater than you feel that you are, because this represented something to you. This represented you being bigger than what you were, getting what you wanted in a way that it felt like you never had. You get what I'm saying? So I'm not trying to minimize this by any means, but this person was like the Wizard of Oz at the end of the movie where he's like a little guy, with like a strobe light or something. You know what I mean? Like that's what this person was, and so if you're going on all these like crazy journeys to find something that you already possess, right? You just have to recognize that within yourself. And then next time you see something like this, it's not going to look that great, right? It's not going to look that attractive. So, I mean, you have some good opportunities. Your obstacle, though, is justice, and it's that you're pissed. For some of you, you got into some legal troubles dealing with this person, or you find out that they did a bunch of stuff behind your back and you got like, things that you need to explain, like, no, they used my address when they got pulled over, and now they have warrants. They don't live here. You get what I'm saying? Like, this is not going to be something that can just go away. I feel like this person has left you in a state of needing to make a decision about whatever they've left behind or whatever they've been like, oh, not dealing with it, right? And because this could be like a prolonged situation, for example, a child or some great debt or, for some of you with the devil in the reverse, an STD of some kind that it feels like now you have to manage when you're talking to your next partner or whatever, right? This person has left you with something that has changed you in some way that you got to figure out how are you going to navigate this now, right? What are my options within this situation? And I feel like because this situation has you at such a disadvantage, your obstacle, it may be very tempting to want to keep after this person and be like, no, you will be responsible for this. You will do this. You will explain this. You will fix this, and your advice is actually the devil in the reverse. So not to do that, even though it's very tempting because this person really screwed you over. And I see that. And I completely, empathize with you guys. Like I'm so very sorry that you're going through this, but your advice is actually to heal, to move on, to understand that this tower came into your life so that you could get clear about what you want, right? And what you don't want, but also so that you could stop looking for other people to be that and start being that for yourself, right? Because right now you feel like someone owes you, and this person does owe you. But the hard part is they don't have it to give. So you're going to have to pay that back yourself to yourself. Okay. And that's what's going to be difficult, because if you feel like this person is supposed to pay this debt and you keep after them, this could go on for years, right? And then you'll never get back to your life because you're going to become bitter and you're going to be upset and this is going to become an obsession and like the whole of your being and your villain origin story, right? And I don't want that for you guys, okay? Your advice is to just see this for what it is. Thank the universe that it's gone. Whatever you've been left with to have to make a decision about, do what's best for you, right? And if people around you don't get it, or if things fall apart that you were working on in the past that maybe didn't resonate with you, to hell with it and to hell with those people. Okay? It's time for you to treat yourself just as good as you were treating this person, right? All the love and consideration you were giving this person, it's time for you to give that to yourself, okay? Also, about whatever this decision is, you're being advised to make that choice on your own, rather than waiting for a lot of people to give you input, okay? However you want to perceive it moving forward, or however you want to deal with whatever this is that this person left you with, you're being advised not to ask a bunch of people their opinion, okay? Because right now, the advice you're going to be getting is just going to create more of an energetic bond as you keep telling this story over and over about whoever this is. And you're going to feel this justice. They owe me. Why haven't they done this yet? And that's going to fester, and it's poison, right? This person is not really losing sleep about the way they treated you. And I'm sorry to say that to you. But the reason why I'm telling you this is not to hurt your feelings. It's so that you understand that you don't need to live in a way that this is going to be the focal point of your life forever, when this person is going to move on to the next and just keep doing people the way they've been doing them, right? It's very hard when you are a victim of something, because it's like that changes how you define yourself so much. And then you have to live with that for the rest of your life, right? But in having something bad happen to you, it's like, this thing happened to me once, but then I relived it for the next 20 years of my life. You get what I'm saying? So I don't want you guys to victimize yourself by making yourself sit in whatever this is for the next 20 years or something. You know what I mean? Let me get you some oracle cards. This is a tough situation. For some of you, just go back to the people that it feels like this person cut you out of, or cut you away from, kept you away from. Not the people you deal with now as a result of knowing this person. Okay. So like if they had a friend group that they gave you, or you guys met, or whoever endorsed you dealing with this person and was amping you up, don't talk to those people, right? Go back and fix things with the people that really, really do care about you through thick and thin. Okay. Let's get this one, I guess. It doesn't seem like this whole deck is about to fall. None of them want to come out. Okay. I'm scared now, because as I was trying to pull that one, the whole deck almost tipped over. No. Okay. What's this? Give thanks for the blessings of love soon to come your way. Know that you deserve to be and have all that your heart truly desires. So very nice. Let's see if there's any other messages. Manifesting miracles. Your dream is soon to become reality. Trust your heart and continue to follow its guidance. Oftentimes right before we meet that soulmate or that really good thing happens, all the trash in our life takes itself out, right? So maybe look at it like that. Like, for as bad as you feel, something really good is about to happen to you, okay? Finally, you got imagine all unwanted thoughts dissolving into light, creating room for new opportunities and possibilities for your life. Bottom of your deck, healing. Imagine yourself and your beloved surrounded by light. Feel your relationship being healed at this very moment. So, you need to, and I'm not saying you need to, what's your problem? But try, I don't think you're in a space of forgiveness right now, and I get it. But at the very least, forgive yourself, okay? Don't rake yourself over the coals. How did I not see this? Or why was I so blind? Right? Because at least if you can forgive yourself, eventually you'll get to a point where you can let go of your expectation for what this person owes you. Okay? All right, guys, good luck with this. I'm sending you so much love, and you take very good care of yourselves. I will speak to you again soon. Bye.